This is Motherwell Daft. I'm Crofty in Canada.
And I'm Peter in Netherlands. And as you can see, we've got a special guest with us tonight.
Yes.
There he
Rammers.
How we doing, lads?
Wait a minute. First of all, have you been working out?
Are you talking to me?
What?
I was going to say, we talking to Peter on me.
Mate, I'm just glad. I'm glad I'm in Canada, because if I say anything to upset you, you could do some serious damage, man. You're looking in good shape.
Nah, I don't know about that, mate.
Right, first of all, before we get started on our kind of pre-Dundee stuff in Motherwell, and we chat a bit about, your time at Motherwell, what's the deal, man? Tell everybody why you're in this shape, because you look amazing. You look incredible.
Thanks, mate. So, midlife crisis, so I'm not too sure, but 2 weeks ago I agreed to have a boxing fight. Unlicensed, no head guards, full-on fight against a proper boxer.
Okay.
In 8 weeks. 8 weeks time.
What?
So yeah, May the 1st. It's in Middlesbrough, so I'm going into the Lions Den, as it should say. Sunderland songs on to come out the lot, mate. I'm just going all in and just I'll give it my best for the next 8 weeks, and then see what happens on the night.
Wow. And what happens at the end?
That's interesting.
Is there money involved? Is there a trophy? Is it just?
No, I don't know.
For the hell of it,
I just agreed to it, mate. I need something to just focus on. Not a clue if I'll get a penny out of it or not. No, it was more for. I don't know. We'll probably touch on it later. When you retire and you go from obviously having goals and purpose every week and playing professional football to now, it's hard to get motivated or get the juices flowing. Do you know what I mean? So I've done a few different things since I packed in, but I would say this is probably the biggest challenge.
Right. Okay, we will get back to that. Life after football is something that really does fascinate me, so we'll get to that a bit later on. But first of all, on with the normal pre-match stuff. Peter and Rammers, you're welcome to chuck in whatever you want here, because I know you still keep up with it well and you keep an eye on us. So Dundee, it should be a match that we can go and win, but I'm thinking they're getting a bit of decent form recently. Obviously, they had that win against Aberdeen. They came back. They showed resilience against Hibs, I guess, as well. What do you think, Peter? Do you think this? It's going to be fairly straightforward, or do you think it's going to be a toughie? Let's hope it doesn't rain. By the way, so make sure the game's on. Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll be like water polo up there. It's not the best surface at the best of times. But to be honest, the Motherwell way is very, very rarely the easy way. I know we gave St Mirren a good pasting the other week, but that's not kind of normal for Motherwell. Although this season, maybe that's kind of unfair to say so. Dundee have hit a wee bit of form. But obviously they're still shipping a few goals, and the fact that we are scoring quite a few and not conceding a few, we should go there with a lot of confidence. But I don't think it'll be straightforward. As we said last week, the week before, any win's a good win. Want to keep some momentum going, because obviously after this we're off to Parkhead, and that will be the game that I think I will decide whether we are in a title race or not. If we win on Saturday and then go to Celtic Park and win, then you better believe we are. But it's the old footballer analogy, Rammers, I do say you'll agree. It's one game at a time, is certainly this stage of the season for us.
No, I agree with that. I think we're obviously Celtic went away and did their win against Aberdeen. They managed to squeeze a 2-1 victory, so they've managed to win that game in hand. We kind of really need to do the same, for me anyway, because I really want to go into Celtic with a chance to go third in the league. I think that would be incredible. Rammers, what have you made of Motherwell this season?
Well, when I'm not there, they do amazing. I came up, I thought, I brought all the lads up. I said, right, come on, we'll go up. Like, Motherwell's doing great this season. Let's go to Hampden. Let's watch them against St Mirren. I'm sure Motherwell haven't been beat since I was up there. Like, you can't rank it. The day I came up to follow them, and it was 4-1 at Hampden. But now, jokes aside, what an incredible season, and what like the manager, the style of play, the crowds that they're getting now as well. I seen that the other day. Just everything, like the momentum behind the club at the minute is so good. And I think, obviously we still want to dream big and win this weekend and then go to Celtic and win. And it'd be amazing. But no matter what happens now, what an absolutely unbelievable season to be a part of, and to it's just like you say, it's what the fans want. It's going along and seeing a team that's putting a shift in every single week, and the momentum's with them at the minute, and who knows what can happen.
Yeah, 7,500 fans in Fir Park. It is unreal, and also the gaffer was chatting earlier today about how we're all excited as older fans, Peter, but the next generation, there's a lot of young people going into Fir Park on the back of this season as well, which can only be good for the club, because they do great stuff off the park as well. So I mean, looking at the league table, I think we just need to focus on one game at a time, and just what you're saying, Rammers, it's enjoy it. We're in the top 6. We don't have to think about it. Just go and enjoy every game. Have fun.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was it. Like when I was at the club and we finished second and whatever, and I think we finished third the season after or something. It's about going out there and enjoying it, and the team will have no fear whatsoever going anywhere now. Going to Celtic, going to Rangers, wherever it is. They'll go out and they'll express themselves, and we have that confidence, and that's how you do it. So yeah, like you say, the momentum's with the team, the momentum's with the fans believe, and anything's possible.
Many fans believe this is like the best season, but obviously, Peter, you highlighted Stuart McCall did well a few seasons. You were part of that, Rammers. When you're looking at what those seasons felt like to play in. With Stuart McCall, and then looking at the current gaffer and the team that he's got to his disposal, are they similar? Are they different? What do you think?
I mean, I don't get to watch as much as I'd like to now to make like a real detailed analysis of each player and the style of player constantly. Do you know what I mean? Compared to our team, but it's a very similar story. Again. It's like the David and Goliath, the underdog. Do you know what I mean? Like at the start of the season, budget-wise, Motherwell's wouldn't be one of the lower ones in the division, similar to when I was at the club. And again, you bring players that nobody's heard of 9 times out of 10 from the English leagues or abroad. And luckily, this season, a bit like when I was at the club, they just seem to have gelled, and it's just going great. Bit like my team down here, Sunderland, at the minute, they signed quite a few in the summer, and all of a sudden they've all just come in and hit the ground running. Sometimes you get that, sometimes you don't. My third season at Motherwell, when Stuart left, and I think we brought in something like, 10 loan signings in January under Ian Barraclough.
The Barraclough season, Jesus.
And it went absolutely tits up. Now, them 10 might have come in and turned our season around, and we might have gone up and got in the top 6. That's the fine lines in football. But yeah, there's a lot of comparisons between the side that we had and the one now, and it's great to watch.
Yeah, I mean that side, Ramos, the one that we finished third and second. You had guys. I mean the midfield to front was absolutely wonderful. You had like Chris Humphrey, Nicky.
What about the defence?
Yeah, I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. Don't worry. Don't you worry. I was going to mention obviously John, Big Hutchie and Johnny Page. Obviously,
Big we didn't miss Stephen Craig and Clancy because of this guy and his pals.
Well, exactly. I know. But I mean, you're talking about the team like them. I mean, the front two, we OJ and Big Higgy. I mean, what a partnership that was. And Higgy, as you remember, he got a bit of stick off the fans the first few months he was there. But when OJ came in the January, the partnership they formed for 18 months, I think between them they got about 50 goals or something. And it just clicked. Chris Humphrey in the wing, and obviously the solid, dependable, kick the eyes out of Bumblebee centre half from Sunderland, making sure we didn't concede too many goals. But that was a great team to watch. And like this one, I think they were greater than the sum of their parts. That was down to good management and a good work ethic, and just everybody gelling off the field as well. There seemed to be a good kind of real feeling amongst the players and the dressing room. And I noticed that yourself, Ramos, you've used the word "we" to describe Motherwell. There's probably only a couple of clubs that you played for where you still look back and almost as a supporter now. I know you've got a fondness for Bradford as well. Maybe it's just the claret and amber, I don't know. But certainly Bradford fans and Motherwell fans have kind of taken you under their wing because of the service you gave and the fact that you seem to get the club you got on well with the fans. You attended quite a few supporters' nights. One in particular at the Lecky Bar, which maybe I wouldn't go into details about, but I think you know what I'm talking about, Ramos, without mentioning anything in particular. But that was a good night, is all I'm prepared to say. But he got the supporters, and I think the fans loved him back.
Well, that's very similar. Sorry, Ramos. It's very similar though. It's that connection to the fan, isn't it? You've got that with the fans back in the day that this team are enjoying now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely. But going back to you saying maybe it's a thing with the claret and amber. All my other teams play in black and white, so I can't have any affiliation with them, mate. No chance.
Well, that's a fair point as well. Yeah.
Honestly, mate, what's the chances? Like, I think out of 7 clubs I played for, I think 4 of them must have been in black and white stripes.
Yeah.
But, no, going back to Motherwell, it's my club. Like, aside from Sunderland, who's my boyhood team and what have you, Motherwell's, I just love it. I loved every minute of being up there, and I love coming back up. I wish I could come up more often, just due to work and family and kids and stuff. I can't, but I love coming back up, and I really appreciate the way that the fans treat me when I come up. Like, I don't think I had to buy a drink when I came up to go to Hampden last time. It was just amazing, that the reception and that. Like, I just love it.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. I spoke to Ramos and his mates at Hampden before the horror unfolded, and everybody was sort of like shaking his hand, giving her hugs. Great to see you. Thanks for coming up to support us, and it's and I think obviously you say yourself, you love coming up here, you love the journey up, you love coming to the games. Obviously, the last couple of games you've beaten have been our 2 semi-final defeats. So there might be a banning order coming soon. I don't know.
Don't come back.
I was going to say, keep me away, mate.
You're not invited to any more cup games or any cup finals.
But no, there's a great affiliation, and I think fans appreciate players that give everything for the jersey. I know it's maybe an old-fashioned phrase, but I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy when it comes to football. I want guys to give their all for every minute they play, and obviously, without embarrassing Ramos, you know your type of player you were. You were wholehearted. You gave everything. You got stuck in. The only disappointment in your time is I wasn't at the game where you scored your only goal for us, which I'm sure you'll be able to remember and tell us what about.
I can. Dundee United away, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think we got beat 3-2 that day, so it was one of them. It was like, as much as it was great getting my first goal, it was a bit of a consolation goal. So, but no, it was always, like I say, a bit of a rarity for me to get a goal. So it was nice to score. I think Lionel Lanes would put a good cross in, and I was playing centre midfield for a spell then under Ian Barraclough. So I don't know, made it into the box and just had a go, mate.
Yeah, but your debut,
good memories.
Your debut for the club, and not many people do this, your debut for Motherwell in the Champions League, no less.
Yeah, that's not a bad game to start, is it?
Panathinaikos. It didn't go to plan, but what a game to walk into. You're seeing Fir Park in its glory, really. You're seeing all the fans
the Champions League music over the tannoy at Fir Park. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
I thought I dreamt that. Did that actually happen?
They did play it. Even though, strictly speaking, we weren't allowed to do it, they must have said, listen, I don't get the chance to do this again. Just press play, go for it.
It might be on next season, yeah.
You never know. You never know.
Listen, Ramos, do you remember what Motherwell were, bookies-wise to win the league when you were playing for Motherwell when you did well?
Not a clue, mate.
No, I can't remember either, but I can tell you something that probably wasn't 14-1. That's what Motherwell are at the moment to win the league.
Really?
14-1. 14-1.
Crazy.
I managed to take money on it.
Great memories.
Even to talk like that, it doesn't seem right, because the seasons where we finished second and third, we were still quite a way away from Celtic at that point. Although, we'll all remember fondly what I like to refer to as Craig Reid Day at Pittodrie in 2014, where he scored the best, worst goal that I've ever seen in my life after a horrible non-entity of a 90 minutes, but nobody cared. About 1,500 Motherwell fans going absolutely tonto when eventually he slashed into the net from about 3 inches. That was quite a day, and apparently, legend has it the bus trip down the road was something rather special as well, Ramos.
Well, I was on crutches that day. I'd had a knee operation, I think, not long before. And I was in the away end. And when that goal went in, mate, my crutches, God knows where they went. We were just diving about all over. And then we're on the pitch. I've still got the video actually on the pitch of us all singing with the fans, and that's amazing.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I remember.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
I remember that. I remember that day well. The game was terrible.
Yeah, I was living in Aberdeen at the time. And it was great. It was just a great way to end the season, even though we were horrific in the match. But the end was just worth it for that. It was, who cares? What happened after at the end was amazing.
Yeah, the bus journey home, I think we got a big carry out. And by the time we got halfway home, there was about 6 of us booked to go to Magaluf the next morning. And the best thing about it was Stuart and Kenny were 2 of them, the manager and the assistant. And then all the other lads that were giving it the big one. There's loads of them giving it the big one on the bus. Oh, I'm coming. Then obviously the wives put the thumb on when we got off at Fir Park and they weren't allowed. But it was some trip home. We had a good sing song and that, tunes blasting, loads of drink. And then when we got back to Fir Park, I remember there was loads of people waiting for us, and great memories again.
You know, the manager was talking today about, I don't know if you heard the press conference, Peter, but he was talking about budgets and about, getting players signed and looking to next season. And he didn't say that he would be the man that's going to be doing it, but he didn't say he wasn't. Rammers, do you think we can hang on to this manager with all this talk around Celtic and all that?
It's going to be hard, isn't it? Like with the job he's done, and obviously with the budget that he's got available, there's bound to be interest, not just in him, but some of the players as well. It's just part and parcel of the business that we're in, I suppose, isn't it? Hopefully, for our sake, we can keep hold of him and the players as well. But as you know, with football, money talks, doesn't it? And we'll just have to see how it pans out.
I know. I've seen something else. Somebody shared it on X. A Herald journalist sort of said Celtic are looking at Elijah Just. And I kind of reply, saying, that's very interesting. I wonder who Celtic's next league opponents are. It's almost every time there's one of these teams has a big game coming up, they try and unsettle one of the top players at the opposition with basically a made-up story. Although it wouldn't surprise me if guys like Eli, Elliot Watt, obviously Maswanisi is probably going to be gone in the summer. Various other guys, even Ibrahim Said, Callum Ward in goal's been a revelation. There's lots of players that have done their reputations, a power of good this season. We don't get to keep good things for too long at Fir Park, unfortunately. That's just the nature of it. But that's the business model. Bring someone in on the cheap, give them the platform, they perform or overperform, we make a huge profit. Rinse and repeat, do it again. And if this summer we could keep Jens somehow, sell to Wanda for a mint, bring in another 3 or 4 players next season, watch us go, that would be my dream, because I think we could really, really achieve something. But the likelihood is Jens is probably going to be, as hot a property a manager as anybody else that's available this summer. But it depends on the jobs that are available. That's what it comes down to. He might not fancy something, but he might want to try and have his legacy at Motherwell being delivering an actual trophy. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, plus, we've got to say, when we're talking about Mashanisi, congratulations, he passed his driving test this week, so a round of applause. So he'll not be walking out the door and somebody will be driving out the door, set of wheels, but congratulations for that. But I don't know, Rammers, if you've heard the stats, being a defender, about, Motherwell stats and how we've got, a better defence record than all of the top teams. The best defence in Europe, apparently.
Best defence in Europe, officially.
I've seen it. It came up on, I can't remember where I've seen it. It might have come up on Sky last week or somewhere. I've seen along the lines of PSG and a few other clubs with the most clean sheets, and Motherwell were right up there. It's just amazing, isn't it? But that's how the basis of a good season is formed, isn't it? You know what I mean? You need to be solid at the back. If you get a clean sheet, then you're halfway there, aren't you? So obviously that's helped massively this season, how solid the team are. And then obviously the creative players and them can express themselves and get the goals, which they've done.
Yeah. And we're averaging something about 58% possession as well. So the more you've got of the ball, the least you're going to be under pressure. You're not giving away chances to the opposition if you've got the ball 58% of the time. So that makes a difference as well. I think there's our ball retention, the confidence that the guys have, carrying the ball, passing and moving, means we're not under pressure as much. So it's an all round thing. The defence starts, I suppose, from the front, but the it's great to see.
McGinn and O'Donnell have been, I mean, the whole defence has been amazing, but McGinn in particular has been outstanding, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wish he was 10 years younger. You know what I mean? I think he's going to be 35 in the summer. But as I've used this before, him and O'Donnell are like Baresi and Maldini. But unfortunately, probably about similar ages. But they're probably playing the best football of their career. A lot of people are sort of like saying, get O'Donnell on the plane for Scotland. You know what I mean? I think they probably think he could go and sort out Donald Trump, never mind sort out the right back position. And in fact, that's what she said. Ramos over, never mind boxing this boy Wilkinson. Get over and give Donald a slack.
Aye. You should phone Higgy. He'll give you some good tips and how to box. But you know, he'll help you out with some tips on how to knock somebody out. I would imagine. Chris Sutton's still saying it's the best team that he's watched football wise in England and Scotland this year. Our manager said, "Well, who's he actually watching in England?" So he played. he kind of played that down. But it's incredible that we're getting all this positive chat. So looking ahead to the weekend, the other thing is I wanted to ask before we go on to that, Rammers, is VAR has played a big part in this season. It's been absolutely atrocious. It's been atrocious in the actual ground. Now, obviously, back in your day, you didn't have VAR. Have you caught up with any of these ludicrous decisions that have been happening in Scotland?
Mate, it's a good job they didn't have VAR when we were playing. I had enough red cards as it was without VAR helping. I think no matter who you talk to, nobody really likes it. Do you know what I mean? Down here, up there. The biggest thing for me when I go to the matches now, or when I was a kid and I used to go to Roker Park, is that the ecstasy of the ball hitting the back of the net as a kid. Once that happens and it's in your blood, that's your team, and there's no feeling like it, no matter what. Now it's like, shall I celebrate? Shall I not? Is it in? Is it not? Like, it's just took the total off the cuff joy out of the game for me. And as a player as well, like, they're like, shall I celebrate? Shall I wait? Is the whistle going to go? It's just like, I think it's just ruined the game completely. It has.
They're re-refereeing the games in Scotland, though. They're actually getting the decisions wrong when they look at the camera.
Worse,
it's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was meant to kind of deal with any clear and obvious errors and matters of fact. You know, like, was the foul inside the penalty area? Was the ball over the line? Was it a handball? Was he offside or not? But now, as you say, re-refereeing seems to happen. It's one man's opinion compared to another man's opinion sitting in a room 20 miles away. And it shouldn't be that at all. It should be the referee on the pitch has the ultimate decision. We might not always agree with it, but it should be the guy in the middle of the pitch with the whistle should have the ultimate call. And should, because sometimes I feel that when you hear the VAR audio, some of the way it's been worded by the VAR officials, it's very much kind of leading the referee and almost telling him what decision he has to make. And I don't like that. It should be, here's what I'm going to show you. Have a look, tell me what you think, rather than I'm going to show you a handball, and it's like, well, hold on, let the referee make the decision whether he determines it's a handball or not. But sometimes the time it takes as well. You could be 4 or 5 minutes in a Fir Park. There's no big screens. You're standing around, watch the referee, finger to the ear, just saying, wait a wee minute. And it kills the experience, Ramos. You're absolutely 100% right, mate.
Yeah, for me, it's just not been a good thing for the game at all. Like goal line technology and that, I get that. I think that's great. Yeah. But the VAR, like you say, it's the time scale of like hanging about for 5-6 minutes. The fans are bored shitless. The players are like, what's going on here? Like, it's just like, I don't know. It's just totally took the joy away for me. Like,
no, it's really the game because the people that are paying their money would be as well watching it in the telly, and that's when you're losing the fight then because you then kept up with whatever that's happening. Obviously, you don't want that because you get all the atmosphere. Listen, before we get to our final predictions for the weekend, let's talk a bit about when the fans stop singing, life after football. I've spoken to a few players over the past 12 months about, going off and doing different things. How's it been, Rammer, since you hung up the boots?
Initially, I was all right with it. Like, it was in my hands. It was my decision. I signed for Gateshead after Motherwell, and I knew after a week or so I'd made the wrong decision. So I already had it in my head, maybe that at the end of that season that I was going to pack in. So then for the first 6 months, you think, oh, this is all right. Like, things I couldn't do before, like go on holiday or go and watch Sunderland home and away, do usual stuff, go off on the drink with the lads. But that sharp wears off after 6 months. You miss structure, you miss purpose, goals, the adrenaline of running out in front of a crowd, like all the stuff that goes with being a footballer. And I really struggled with it. So I would say for the first couple of years or so, I went off the rails a little bit. Didn't exercise, drinking too much. Just wasn't great. And then it took lockdown, I think, for me to sort of get my shit together a little bit. And that's where I started. I've got a fitness business where I train people, and that started just after lockdown. So it's been coming up. It'll be 5 years this May since I started that.
Fantastic.
And that's been a real help for me. Don't get me wrong, it's hard going. I'm up at 4:30 nearly every day, setting up for the first class of the day and stuff like that. But it's rewarding, and it's given me a bit of a purpose again, which is what I needed. Then alongside that, I now run a bar.
Wow.
3 kids, and I'm going to get me head punched in about 8 weeks. So yeah, life busy, mate.
That's good. Sounds good, man. It is all about. I mean, it is all about. Listen, we've all done it. Not quite to the same level as being a footballer. I think that having that adrenaline rush when you're out and that discipline, and it is a short career. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's. But the important thing is getting back on the rails after you go off them. It looks like you're sorted, man. You look like you could fight Frank Bruno back in the 80s, Mike Tyson.
I don't know about that, mate. Look, to be honest, like every day is a battle, and most people are saying the same yourselves. You've always got shit that you've got to deal with. You've always got spin plates, struggle stuff, and life's not easy. But I do find that when I train, when I try and keep myself focused on something like this fight now or a different goal, that it helps with my mindset, and that's the key for me anyway.
Yeah. Before we get to the predictions, Gary, I've got to ask one question, right? Now, biggest dressing room bollocking and biggest dressing room fight that you'd witnessed or were a part of?
Bollocking, I think. You put us on the spot here, mind you.
I know. I just thought about that way, actually. That's it.
Are we about fights including me, or like just general, like, or?
Let's either or. Whatever you remember first.
Well, I'll try and think of the biggest bollocking we've had. But I can remember a fight I had. So I was playing for Bradford at the time, and I just come back from a knee operation. And Peter Taylor, the old England manager, was our gaffer.
Yep.
He hadn't really seen me playing much because I'd just come back from a knee op. And you know what's like, you want to impress the new manager and stuff. And we were training on Valley Parade on the pitch, and one of the lads has gone over the top of the ball and tried to do us on my knee. So I got up and headbutted him.
Natural reaction, of course.
Yeah. But the thing is, he didn't actually go down, so I headbutted him again, and he went down. Then training got stopped. Like, everyone sent in all the usual, and you know what I mean. Like, I'm thinking, like, what on earth have I done here? Like, but it was one of them. Like, I've been out for that long. It's training. He's gone over the top of the ball, right on my knee, which I've just had an op, and it was just like, I don't know. So Peter Taylor come in, and I thought, how's he going to go about this? And he was actually good crack. He was like, I wouldn't want to mess with you, Ram. Was like, and he was all right, and he made us captain after that. So it actually worked in my favour, I think.
Fantastic.
So that was one of the scraps that I can remember having in training. Actually, can you remember me and Stevie Hamill having one in Inverness?
All right, go on.
There's a good photo to that. So on the pitch, I don't know. The ball's gone up. The ball's gone down the side. I'm left side centre half. Hammy's left back. He's blamed me. I blamed him. They've scored. And he's come over running at me, like, put his head straight into me. And to be fair, I thought the ref was going to send both of us off because we were going for it. And then we got dragged apart. And I think we got beat 3-0 that day or something like that. But yeah,
I think I know the game. I think I know the game you're talking about. Actually, yeah, I think you're right. But no, well, I
don't know.
think
Do you know
it's like that.
Mate, it's heat at the moment, isn't it? Like, and then afterwards you just laugh about it and you just best mates again, aren't you? Like, it's just that's what it is. But
who's the one guy? Who's the one? Well, have a wee think. If it comes back to you, shout out. But who's the guy for your time at Motherwell, or guys that you still keep in touch with? You're still connecting.
I think so. Out of the lads that I knocked about with, Sean Hutchinson, still message him now and again. Jamie Murphy, Laz, Hammy. Still got them like on my socials and stuff, and we comment and keep in touch. Trying to think who else. I don't know. Do you know what it is? Like, someone asked me this the other day. Like, do you still speak to all the lads, or it was at different clubs? You play with that many lads, and you've all got that much going on with your lives. But when you do meet up, it's like you've never been away. Like if we had a Motherwell reunion this Saturday, for instance, it would be like you've just seen them the other day. It's like, the togetherness of that group that we had was the best in my career, like out of any club by far. It was amazing.
Special time, and it doesn't happen very often. It only happens maybe 2 or 3 times in your life. So it's nice to hear that happened to you at our club. You know, as fans, it's fantastic. So looking to wrap up. So Dundee this weekend. Rammers, tell us what's the score going to be? What's going to happen?
I think 1-0 to the Well. I think it'll be a close game. Like you say, they come into a bit of form or what have you. But yeah, I think 1-0 and we'll get the win.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. I'll agree with that. I think I'll take it.
Any win's fine. I've got a feeling there might be some more goals just because Dundee are starting to kind of find their way attacks. I'm going to go for 3-1 for the Steelmen. I don't mind conceding one if we can get 2 or 3 behind them. So 3-1. Mazwanisi on target again. 3-1 to the Well, and we'll go down the road happy.
Cool. Well, I hope you're right. Rammers, it's been great catching up with you, man. It's been great to hear some of your stories. Thanks for spending some time with us.
Anytime, lads.
Pleasure.